Hello and welcome to Memory Sports TV. Today, the next interview with Vishvaa Rajakumar from India. Vishvaa was last year in the World Championship in the third position. And I'm curious if he can improve this on this year. He's also competing in traditional formats. For example, he was in India in the World Championship. So welcome, Vishvaa Rajakumar. Hello and welcome to the interview today. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I was fine today. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. And actually, how long was the trip from your place to the World Championship in India?
Oh, that was too long because from my city Puducherry, I need to travel 4 hours in the bus. So I need to reach Chennai. After reaching Chennai, from the airport, it will be taking 2 hours to reach Mumbai.
Okay.
So
Wow.
6 hours, I guess.
6, 7 hours. What brought you actually initially? What brought you to memory sports in general, and why did you stick to it? Why are you doing that?
That was an interesting story. By the time I was aged 11, I was watching Discovery Channel. I saw Nelson on the channel, and he was memorizing some random 20 animals name in the coast of the beach. So I saw that, and he explained some system like kangaroo dating with the penguin, something like that. So I saw that I used to study this I used to study my academics in the same method. Like I used to connect everything and study from a young age. So I used to do the same method from a young age. So I saw that and I just got interesting that the American memory champion is doing the same thing. So I was just got fascinated about it. And by the time I reached the age 13, I just planned to play a game with my friends in my college, sorry, in the school. I was aged 13. I asked some of my friends to give me some of the objects, they just need to speak out the objects. They started speaking out a list of 150 objects to me. I just used the techniques and I just started doing connecting them, and I got recalled everything perfectly in the same order in my first attempt. So I was just fascinated about my performance. So I was so happy about it. So I started looking for breaking some world records. I just googled on the day. I get to know some of the Guinness World Records in the Google, but I never know about the competitions initially. So then later I get to know about the competitions, but I was not interested in participating. I was just a fan of memory sports. So that is what I am. And by the time I reached the age of 17, so after 17, I bought a new laptop and started signing to the memory league. So accidentally I started playing, and just my scores improved randomly.
I would like to ask some technical questions first, just also to know a bit more about your systems. I think I
Okay.
know most of them, but let's summarize that a bit. So for numbers, what system do you use?
Like a two-digit PO system, so the person object system. But what I'm planning is from this year, I'm just planning to switch to three-digit system after the ML World Championship. So I
Mhm.
guess it will be better, so that I can push my scores a bit. I was looking forward to it. Yeah.
Interesting. So, I mean, your scores are already good, but do you really feel that the three-digit system will work better for you? Because, for example, Andrea, okay, for numbers, he's also doing a three-digit system, but yeah, what are your thoughts? Why are you doing that?
Because for ML, two-digit is okay for me, but most of the case I couldn't get the accuracy in a proper way. I think I could get even 8 seconds numbers for 8 digits. With three-digit system, probably like if I trained that too hard. And also in the classical format, the three-digit is more popular by the way, so we can use them for the hard numbers, speed numbers. Most importantly, the dates even. So I think three-digit has more advantage. So I was just
Mhm.
want to do it.
Okay, cool. For cards, what do you use for cards?
I was using a partial PAO system. So partial means that half of my system have actions in between the cards, but the second half won't be having the action. So it will be like a POO. Yeah, some will be PAO, some will be POO.
Ah, I see. Okay, so you like have for half the system you have persons, and for the half the system you have actions.
Actually, I was using person object system initially,
Mhm.
uh, and then for few of the object, like a few of my system, I'll be having an action in between. So it will be like a person action object.
Mhm.
And the half I'll be having only the object. So person, object, object.
Have quite a journey already. When you started at 11, you started or you discovered memory sports and memory training and you impressed your friends a bit. But what does drive you to do it like you do it right now, like a real sport? What is the motivation to do that?
I just casually started playing the memory league. I really don't want to participate in any competitions. I just started.
Hmm.
I wanted to see how far I am, but like in the initial days, within a month of training, I just reached the top five of the leaderboard in ML. So like most of the people texted me that you need to participate in the real competition, like a live competition. So I was just to fill out the curiosity. I just started participating and started doing good, and it just gave me some motivation to drive through it in a consistent process, and I was happy to do right now.
Yeah, you have been quite successful, especially this year and last year already. Also in the World Championship, third place last time. What do you think about your first round opponent, Isambek? And what are your goals for this year's competition in the World Championship?
This year World Championship, my goals is to win the competition. I'll try my full efforts to do it. So the first competition, like the first round, I think it will be hard, but I need to control myself. Like in the last round against Alex, I just tried to go faster and just spoiled it everything. So this year, like the first round, I need to be more careful. I need to play as safe as possible and try to get consistent scores. That would be good. Yeah.
So yeah, speaking of that, you have to be more careful.
Hmm.
Yeah, I saw that in the last match. You went a bit too fast and then clicking finish and so on. Is there any situation where you had to overcome like emotional stress or challenges during a competition, and how did you overcome it?
Actually, what happened? No, like when I try to go slow, like when I try to go too slow, I just literally getting forgetting the images. So I tried to go a bit faster, but accidentally went too fast. So that's the thing happened there. But actually, I tried to over strategize Alex during the game. Like usually, I tried like habit is to lose the first set initially, like trying to analyze the opponent and
Hmm.
trying to over him in the second set. So I tried the same. It worked out in the first set, but in the second set, accidentally, I just swapped the images. And also in the numbers, I tried to go faster with my better location. I could have got the 14 seconds, but what happened? Like I just got a mental frost accidentally
Hmm.
during the and just went slower like 60 seconds. So these two things like a flopped, and my plan just got flushed away.
How do you overcome such a situation when it's really going down mentally? What do you do? Do you something specific or you just keep going?
I just keep going. Like I don't do anything specific, but I
Mm-hmm.
try to clear my locations in a proper way. Like I just imagine something like a tornado coming down, sweeping out my locations, all the images, and making my mind clear. I just do that and just do a couple of seconds of meditation. I hydrate a lot, so that helps me. I hydrate a lot, and then I just go for a
Mm-hmm.
chance.
How much do you drink during a match in in memory league?
Drink.
Hmm.
That's
How many
about
liters? 2 liters of water in a match, or what is it?
yeah, it's about 2 liters.
So how do you balance your memory training with daily life, or your job and your studies and so on? How do you incorporate the training? When do you do it, and how do you do that?
As I am studying college, like I couldn't balance the memory sports actually. I just mostly focus on myself. I get up in the morning, just go to college. I'll be there. I just come to home by evening 6 o'clock or 6:30 something right around that. I just relax myself for an hour, and by the time after 7:30 or 8 o'clock, sometimes I coach students. Like I just take online classes and coach some students, and then maybe after 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, if I feel good, like mentally, I just open my laptop to train somewhat. Like when
Mm.
I feel good, I just train for 20 or 30 minutes. So that's how my life runs. If I don't feel good, I just don't train away. So like when you compare last year, I didn't even train properly. Like I didn't even train. So that's the thing I'm not doing. Like not improving in a proper way. It is.
If you think about memory competitions, what would be the most memorable moment in a memory competition for you?
I would say that getting third. third place in the World Championship last year online. So that was my favorite moment.
Hmm.
And I also got to beat Alex, I guess, last year. So I enjoyed it like literally. So I was happy on that because like years ago I was watching you, Alex, Simon, everyone on like literally on YouTube. So I was so like literally I'm a fan of you. Like so watching everyone on TV, but getting to play against them, winning against them. So that was like a so memorable thing. So I was happy about it.
During matches, I always see you that you never use ear protection. And I really sometimes hear noise from the street and from the background from you. And once you even competed in the university because they had problems with the exam because it was overlapping somehow. Doesn't it disturb you at all? Noise around you? How do you do that?
I usually don't over focus about the things what is happening around me because that's how I started training from the initial days. I don't even have my table to sit and train. I don't even have a chair in my home. Like from the initial days, when I started Memory League for the first couple of months, I just sit down in a noisy surrounding in my home. I just start to train. So as I started from that base, I could control the things what is happening around me in a good way, so that just influenced in a better way, I guess.
You're 19 years old right now. What is your outlook for yourself? So what is up next? So you finish your studies, and what is your goal? What do you want to do in your with your life?
I need to finish my engineering,
Hmm.
and by the time I finish my engineering, I will start an academy like something big, bigger academy in India, like or in my city at least, and I'll just try to push students into memory sports as much as possible, and I just try to earn from that. By the way, and improvising memory sports into India in a better way. So I'll try to do that, and by the time I'm just doing that, I'll try to be an entrepreneur in other cases like doing in restaurants or
Hmm.
some other something. I just try to push myself into that, and I will also be an IT professional probably that. Yeah.
How did being a memory athlete shape your life until today? How does it change your life, and how big is the influence?
So that thing is like for the academics part, it is too easy for me to memorize everything. Like so, I like students usually struggle to memorize, but for me, it's not the case. Like even if there's an exam tomorrow, I don't study today. Just go to the bus. Like while the traveling time, I just study like flipping through the pages as fast as possible. Just memorize everything and understand the concepts, and I just write the exam properly. So that thing helped me a lot. So my sports is like a something with me always. So it's with me always.
Hmm. It's with you always. This is really nice to hear. And I mean, what do your friends and family think about you doing memory sports? And are they even watching your memory matches?
They know the rules, everything. So they just watch and watch the games. But my friends and family surroundings, they don't know what I'm doing. They don't even know that I'm a memory athlete. So even if I tell them that I could memorize or something, they just think like I could scan the pages. even if
Uh-huh.
I, yeah, even if I tell them that I'm just using some mental images to memorize, they're just not understanding. They're thinking like I'm just scanning the pages and keeping it in my memory. So that's not
Yeah.
logical. Yeah.
And okay, interesting. I was reading under one of your posts on Facebook. Someone was writing, "The little kid from Putjeri now become big," something like that. Is it something you would consider yourself coming from a small city and then now becoming big in the different area? Is it something what you feel, or isn't it that relating to you?
Actually, it is the case. Like I was not in a proper financial condition. I was like too low a few years back, but I was just trying to shape my family in a proper way after I started memory sports. So I'm somewhat workable right now. So I think it's the case because like speaking to big people like you, so I think I'm getting somewhat bigger. Like I'm just improvising myself in a better way, like step by step. So I think I'm getting upper. So I'm very happy to do that. Like. Doing some big memory sports. So I'm just happy to do that. Um, yeah, I feel bad when I consider myself in the surroundings in my city. I don't think it's the case because they
Mm,
don't know my sports and they don't consider myself big. They just value the grades what I get in my academics. So
mm,
they don't know my sports.
okay. Last but not least, what is your outlook for memory sports? So, what do you think? What is your vision about memory sports grow? How can it grow? And is the current format good, or do we need something? So, what is your vision for memory sports in the future?
I think exceeding from the offline format, the traditional format, and the online games, I think there could be an TV show for memory sports, like a team TV shows. We could consider the fantasy footballs, fantasy cricket. There was teams. There was bidding the players with some amounts. They're just conducting the competitions. If the memory sports is getting some TV shows like a team TV shows, for example, it's consider India. So consider India is conducting a memory competition with some team specified teams. Some rich people are bidding the players and getting some foreign players into the game, and also bidding some Indian players. So they'll be getting some money, and that can help the life to improve, right? And also they can get some fame out of it. And I think if that's the case, we can improve it together. So I think. Yeah.
Okay, so why do you think that team competitions would be more favorable or more popular than single competitions like we have today?
Yeah, I think the competitions what we're participating, that's good. But I mean, to get the fame up, I think something like a TV or online competitions, what we are doing in memory league, so that's better, I guess.
Yeah, Vishwa, thank you very much for your time and your insights. Do you have anything else in the end? What do you want to address? What do you want to say?
Okay, so I will be saying that memory sports is something fun that every people need to address it. Like we do chess in our day to day life. Some most of the people are not to play chess. We are playing, but it's the same case for memory sports and also applicable for our life. So I think it should be added into the academics of the studies, so they
Mhm.
can children can experience it from the younger age. Uh, so the government of all the countries just need to try to improvise it. I think that would be a good one. And also the people who are watching this video, they can try memory sports even from the YouTube. They can just learn some of the videos and try
Mhm.
to do that. Would be a lot better, I guess. So people can try to do it. So if they think they can do better, they can start to compete in competitions.
Cool. Vishwa, thank you very much for your time and enjoy your next 2 weeks and prepare for the championship, right?
Thank you.
Good. Thanks. Bye bye.
Bye bye.